Hello, this is Tim Campsell at Action Coach Business Coaching with my Survive and Thrive Business Spotlight series. The purpose is to interview local business owners and promote them through my social channels and email database, as well as provide them coaching. This is a free service I'm doing because if we save every business, we save the economy. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with Ryan. Welcome, Ryan. It's great to have you on the program today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's start off with tell us a little bit about yourself and give us a 60-second commercial for your business.
Absolutely. Well, my name is Ryan Coyle, owner of Vibe Exterior Design here in Fishers, Indiana, and been in business about 19 years now. I'm a landscape architect by trade. We specialize in outdoor living, pretty much anything and everything you could think of outdoor living, from patios to pools, pool houses, hardscapes, lighting, anything you can think of outdoor living. I think that's where people are living right now. I mean, they're wanting to be outdoors. So we're in a pretty good field right now to be in to help keep people safe and feel comfortable out there as well.
Fantastic. So 19 years, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So who do you serve? Really, who's your best customer? We call that a target audience.
You know, we are primarily residential, and I want to say our residential side is all over the board, from the ones who are just purchasing their first home, want to update a little bit, as well as some empty nesters who might be downsizing, but then they want to have that outdoor living space. But we're 95% residential, 5% commercial, working with some of our other clients on, outdoor restaurant areas, patios. That's becoming bigger as well. So we're getting a little bit more into that.
Okay. And what would you say is the end benefit that all of these people have in common? What is it that why are they coming to you for an outdoor living space? What's the higher order need or desire that they have?
Well, I really think the biggest thing right now is people want to expand outside. People are not traveling as much as they used to be, so they're kind of creating their staycation. And also some of the realtors we work with in the realty market see that need or the desire, and people wanting to create those outdoor living spaces and expand outdoors.
Got it. Fantastic. So Ryan, what's been the greatest impact that COVID has had on your business?
Gosh, I think the uncertainty. I think at the very, very beginning of this, nobody really knew what to expect or what to do. We're thankful to be in a business to where we do work outside and we're not as strapped as some other businesses. But one biggest fallback that we're really finding in the construction industry is supply. It's really hurt us with from our lumber to some of our metal materials, and frankly, some of our outdoor, pavers, hardscapes. Just manufacturing has really slowed down. So that's really hurt our production a little bit, set us back in our schedules that we really don't have a whole lot of control over.
Yeah, absolutely. I've heard that from a number of people in the construction trade. So Ryan, what's been one or two actions that you've taken to overcome those challenges, and how are those working for you?
Well, I think it's really planning. If we have to kind of adapt, if that means that we can't get a product for 8 weeks, we may suggest a product to a client that we think will design-wise fit with the style, fit with the scope. May not be exactly what they wanted before, but it could be a compromise, something that's still going to work out, but we'll still make it fit, make it work. So I think it's really just changing that material, working with the client and seeing if there is a different product to go with.
Sure. So as part of that planning, I would assume setting expectations is important as well.
It is. It's extremely important and extremely difficult at times too.
Yeah.
Because you could set that expectation based on the information you're given, and not all the time is that information we're giving correct. And by nobody's fault. It's just that chain that it works down, and unfortunately, we're the ones who have to get that information to the end user, and it's never fun, but we just have to adapt and continue to keep people informed.
Yeah. Are you finding people are more understanding given all the craziness that's going on when timelines get bumped?
Yes, to a certain extent. I think sometimes it depends on what type of project that they're working on. If it's something that's truly going to impact the way that they are using their space, um, the patience wears thin pretty quickly. If it's a project that really isn't a necessary project, it's not impacting them, say a patio that's off the side or a structure that we just frankly haven't started on yet, they're a little more reasonable and understanding.
Sure, that makes sense. To your earlier point, if everybody's stuck at home and they want to be able to enjoy their backyard and the delays are preventing them from that, probably less patient than
Right,
than the other situations.
right.
So here's an interesting question, Ryan. It's been said that smart people learn from their mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So what mistakes did you make along the way, and how can other entrepreneurs learn from your experience?
Well, I think if you're talking about the 19 years in business, I think the biggest mistake that I had was honestly not having control or looking at more of our project costing, understanding where we were coming in on projects. I'm a people pleaser. I want to get out there and I want to make sure we do it right, but you have to also understand that where your perimeters are within that project, especially when in a business that we're in where it's so custom. You could really get carried away with the custom side of it and really not watch what you're doing, and really hurting your business a little bit by not job costing properly.
Yeah, very fair. That's something I work with clients on a regular basis. It's part of the first couple of weeks of, we call it financial mastery, right? Really understanding the financial health of the business and making sure that you are making good, solid business decisions because you know your numbers. So thank you for sharing that. I appreciate your transparency there.
Yep.
So second last question, Ryan. I'm going to get your contact information to be able to share in this post to make sure that people know how to contact you. Is there anything else that I should include in that you'd like to mention today? Like any type of offers that you're running?
Really not really. It's kind of tough in our industry and what we do as a custom installer and designer. The offers, we just don't have any, unfortunately. But we can say that we are our creativity and our desire to create these outdoor living spaces within Central Indiana. That's first and foremost. We always say we're designers first, we're installers second. That's a really, really big thing to people looking for something within our outdoor living industry is your design has to be right. Your function has to be right. There's a lot of people who can build it, but not a lot of people who can design it properly. And that's really first and foremost of what we're about is design first, build second, make sure it's done right. Do your due diligence in your project.
Yeah. Ryan, do you offer a consultation with folks so they can better understand, right, how you think and how what the process is or so
We do.
that could be an offer as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so our offer, we come out free consultation because we obviously want to come out and take a look at your project, see what we can and can't do for you. Hopefully we can always help you out. And then from there, our design fees are based on your scope and how far you want to go with that project. But yes, we do offer free consultations, reaching out, seeing what your scope is, and then move on from there.
Okay, fantastic. So we'll make sure to include that in this interview when I post it. Last question here, Ryan. What's been most inspiring to you in today's crazy environment?
Oh gosh, I think so. I there's a lot of us, and I sit on the Indianapolis Landscape Association board, and there's a lot of people in our industry in Central Indiana that have come together. In these uncertain times, we all have to help each other out. As you mentioned in the opening, that if we don't support business, we're going to lose business, and we all understand that as business owners that. Not only are we competitors, we're also here and we're in this together. There's plenty of work to go around, but we all need to understand what the proper steps are. Are we all missing out on something? Are we doing this the right way? Because we also have to protect our employees too. We can't afford to, and they can't afford to be at home sick, and it's just crazy times right now. So we all help each other out, whether it's material ordering, labor issues. So we're here together, and that's been pretty inspiring for me, is that we're in this together and we help each other out.
I love that. We have a term that we call co-opetition, right? Instead of
I like that.
competition, right? Which I think ties very nicely into what you just shared. There's more than enough business out there for
Mhm.
those of us who are willing to do what it takes to get there. So the idea of co-opetition is, hey, yeah, let's help each other, because
Right.
there's enough to go around if we all work together and support one another. So I love the fact that your industry is doing that. That's awesome.
Yep.
So Ryan, that concludes the interview. For those listening to this, if you heard something in this conversation that you might be struggling with or would like to dig in a little deeper on, I do offer a complimentary coaching session to provide some detail. I'll provide details for that in this post, and please reach out to me on that. Ryan, it's been a pleasure learning about you and your company today, and I wish you tremendous success.
Well, thank you, Tim. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, have a great day.
You too.